Okay, gang, so here we are. I've left Clayton Lake State Park. I'm heading back into the town of Clayton so that I can try and figure out what on earth it is that I'm going to do. I'll show you in the previous video. I'll put a link up here. There was just no signal and it was hard to get level. So I'm going into town. I'm going to try and figure this out. And I'm thinking I'm probably not going to be coming back out to Clayton Lake. So kind of disappointing because I would have liked to have stayed there for a week or so. But I need to figure out where I can go. I need to get out of the heat if I possibly can. Spoiler alert, that didn't work out for me all that well. And you're getting this after the fact because, of course, I'm doing voiceover over my driving. All right, so let's roll the intro. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Do all the stuff. Thanks. We'll see you on the other side. Well, I didn't notice it when we pulled up here, but look at this cool old car. If it wasn't so bloody hot, I'd get out and take some pictures of it. But it's bloody hot. It's like, it's 91 degrees inside the RV, and that's after I ran the AC for about an hour. So, I've picked a place to spend the night, and hopefully that's going to be fine. Man, I have had a screaming hot signal here in Clayton. Like, it said I had like 212. Oh, I didn't notice this cool old motel before on the left. That's very cool. Huh, cool. Oh, and we're gonna get to see the rest of Main Street too. Sorry. So, yeah, like over 200 Mbps down and like 140 up. It was crazy. I'm just hopeful that I will have enough signal when I get to my intended destination to be able to do a little more planning. I've got the next couple of nights planned.
Continue on US 412 East for 23 miles.
Look at this. Look at this cute little downtown. The New Way Cafe. Yeah, pretty much everything's out of business. A few things are open on the right-hand side. But the left-hand side's pretty much out of business. I actually thought about just staying where I was tonight because, you know, it was comfortable. I don't think any cars actually went by the entire time I was there. And, so that was nice. I wonder what plateau is. Whoa. Big bump. Plateau. No idea. Some kind of utility, I guess. Maybe, internet stop. Okay. I need to pay attention to these transitions across the intersections because they are kind of big dips. And if I hit them at full speed, it's actually possible I could drag my back end. Probably not, but I'd still get a big bump. One of the things that I really love about Henry is the, I call them wheelie bars on the back. There's the district offices for the grasslands. We're actually going to be spending the night at a picnic area in the grasslands. Which hopefully has enough signal for me. I want to get some editing done. Hopefully I can get something uploaded. But we're going to pass into Oklahoma. So that was one place on the left there where you could theoretically spend the night. I really don't want to do a turnout like that. It'll be super noisy. And it's kind of too close to other vehicles, other vehicles driving by. So I took a look at the picnic area on Google Maps, and it looks like it's big enough, far enough away from the road that I won't feel weather forecast and where I'm heading, temperatures are going to be over 100 degrees by weekend. Today's Thursday. I am not excited about that. So part of my plan, I looked at going, someplace else in New Mexico, but ultimately I just decided, I'd have to backtrack for many hours and then basically cover the same territory again to do the things that I want to do. And I think this will be tolerable until Sunday. So, it's still miserable, but tolerable. So my hope is that this evening I'll be able to find like an RV park or something for a couple of days to hunker down and run the AC. We'll see. What do you think, Kit? I think that we are now entering the grasslands phase for real, which means that the landscape is not going to be all that interesting to look at, and we still have all this haze apparently from the Canadian fires. So I'll check back in with you as we get closer to our destination, or if we see something cool along the way. Well, I think we're approaching the Oklahoma state line. I'm waiting to see the sign. Here's Oklahoma state line road we're going to be crossing. Okay, it said we're leaving New Mexico. That was hard to see. Here we go. And entering Central Time Zone. Welcome to Oklahoma. And there's their monument. Cool. They had a lot of rocks on their monument. So we've got 11 miles to go to our picnic area destination. And Oklahoma doesn't really look any different to speak of than New Mexico did. Oh, there's a wayside. I did see that wayside also when I was looking. So that was another possibility. We're still on the Santa Fe Trail Auto Route Tour, and will be for quite some time, I'm sure. So, yeah, I think I'll see you about 11 miles down the road. So we just turned off of the big highway, which was 2 lanes, onto this one. Why am I having so much trouble with this charging? Weird. Alright. And we have less than a mile to go down this very nicely paved dirt/gravel road. And I think I'm going to be very happy with this decision because we're way off the highway. I'm not going to have to worry about traffic. So it's EU 31. EU 31. Looks like we got about a half a mile of washboard, or a little more. I think we're going to be somewhere on the other side of the cornfield up there on the right. And I got 1 bar of Verizon. I sure hope I've got more T-Mobile, but won't know until we get stopped. And I think regardless of what it is, we're going to just do this. Kind of cool that the U.S. Forest Service put this picnic area out here in the middle of nowhere. And part of the reason I left when I did Awesome. Okay.
Your destination is on the right.
So now I got to figure out which direction I want to park in. This is east. Da, 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 da. I think I'm going to face north. And I think I can kind of pull over here in the shade a little bit. I'm going to go back and take a look at how much solar I'm getting while I'm parked in the shade, but this might actually help things out. So, this is home. Okay, well, I'm only getting 97 watts while I'm parked in the shade, and my battery's not full yet, so I think I'm going to pull back around and get a little bit further away from the shade, not much further. But meanwhile, I'm running my T-Mobile speed test, and I have 28 down and 7.5 up. So pretty pleased with that. I think what I'm going to do is just put the cab in the shade. I think my battery just died on my forward or my rear facing camera. Let me check the solar again. Well, that movement made the difference between getting, excuse me, 97 watts and 544. So, good move. Well, this is where I live, at least for tonight. Tell you what, it is bloody hot. We are in the grasslands in Oklahoma. We're at the Felt Picnic area. There's Kit. Come on, Kit. Look at this. It's got horseshoe pits. It's got at least a couple of concrete picnic tables here. And a slight bit of breeze. I might think about reorienting myself. No, I think I'll be okay, actually. Because the sun's up there. And I'm over here. I think I'm going to get the sunset on the back corner. But I think I'm going to miss the kitchen and living room, so it might be just fine. It says the stay limit here is 1 day, but I'm already thinking this is very nice. I could have come here earlier. I've got a smoking hot signal. Well, not smoking hot, but good enough. I'm the only one here. There is a vault toilet. And not only do we have these concrete benches and the big grill here, we've got, oh, I guess a fire pit? Is that what this is? Yeah, cool, we got a fire pit. And then we got more picnic tables down here. A couple more big grills. Yeah, this is very nice. And room for Kit to run amok. Amok, amok, amok. Although it's so bloody hot, I don't think either of us feels like running in any way, shape, or form at this point. Well, there's a little bit of a rise over there. So, being in the grasslands, the landscape's pretty flat. I guess let's see what the vault toilets look like. Looks pretty clean and doesn't smell. Come on, Kit. Kit. So that's kind of nice. I just dumped my tanks yesterday, so I'm good for a few weeks, which is nice. And I kind of tucked the cab into the shade from these trees here. Oh, and there's trash here too. Wow, this is great. So the cab can stay shaded. That'll help a little bit with the heat. And I'll put the curtains up front to cut down on the heat as well. Yeah, see, it's not terrible in the shade. It's not awesome, but it's not terrible. So that's pretty cool. I might get a chair out and actually sit outside for a little bit in the shade. And then we got all of this shade up here too. But of course, I'd want to get fairly far down there and get away from the heat from the engine. All in all, I'd call this one a win.